Good morning and welcome to the Standing Committees meeting for Wednesday, July 15th, 2026. All council meetings will be live streamed on the city's website, and for guest speakers, please do not turn off your microphones. Our first order of business is roll call. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Sharland, Mr. Coghill, Ms. Gross, Mr. Lavelle, here. Mr. Mosley, Ms. Salinetro,
here.
Ms. Warwick, Mr. Wilson,
here.
Ms. Strasburger, Chair.
Here.
4 members. Sorry, 5 members.
Testing us today. Our next order of business is to amend the agenda. Can I have a motion to amend?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Agenda is amended. Our next order of business is public comment. I would like to remind all speakers that the rules of council state that comments are limited to matters of concern, official action, or deliberation, which are or may be before city council, and profanity will not be permitted. Please state your name and neighborhood for the record, and you will have 3 minutes to speak. Our first and only registered speaker is Dylan Basescu.
Hello, my name is Dylan Basescu. I live in the South Side Flats of Pittsburgh. Having passed the curfew zone on the South Side again this weekend, I can only regret to report that it has again diminished the business of the area. But of course, this was always acceptable because this was never about business. It was about the fear of this city's youth. And it is in particular this city's youth that I focus on because the timing of these restrictions is, let us say, interesting. They extend only over the summer months, when about 70,000 young people in our city's colleges and universities, a great many under 21, have most of them left town for their families and work. This is almost twice the number of children that live in Pittsburgh as a whole. And so if this was merely because of youth in general, the summer would be quite a strange time to experiment with a crackdown. But again, it is not youth in general. It is this city's youth. Young people the city has decided not to empower, not to resource, but to restrict. You do not tell them what they may do, where they may expend their vivacious energy and potential. No, instead, you tell them what they cannot do, where they cannot go. Young people poorer, blacker, and more inconvenient in the eyes of some here to this city's purported image. They do not want it to be a city of all its people. They fear the stories in the evening news, and their fearful minds do exactly what those stories are designed for them to do: restrict, oppress, and subjugate. And in your silence, I can only draw the adverse inference that you abide this. But like any reaction of fear, this will not make your fears abate. This is not a medicine, it is a tempting poison. The only medicine to this fear of young people in this city is to resource them, to provide the community center folks in Homewood came here to ask for last week, to provide opportunities, to harness what young people of this city have to offer and are telling you they wish to offer every single day. Listen to them.
Thank you. There being no further registered speakers, we will take comments from those in the audience wishing to speak.
Good morning. Carlino Giampolo, Panther Hollow. Today marks 1 year and the 30th time that I have come before this council. Having spoken well over 10,000 words, asking that this council shut down the Oakland do-it-yourself skate park. The day will come when someone else speaks here about an issue similar to this one and will need to only say 3 words. Those 3 words, which have been my theme throughout this past year, are: awaken your dignity. For some issues before this council, you have to weigh one side against the other to create a just solution. Then, other issues, like the Oakland do-it-yourself skate park, are so egregious that deciding on a solution becomes a no-brainer. What does it mean when someone says it's a no-brainer? For me, it means that their dignity is so fully awake that they directly connect to the depth of their own spirituality and have formed a heightened conscience that they do the right thing simply because it is the right thing to do. Councilmember Barbara Warwick, Councilmember Bob Charland, awaken your spirituality, awaken your conscience, awaken your dignity. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Yvonne F. Brown. And today, I have a shirt I would like for you to say. It says, "Be a good neighbor, stay on your side." It's in the building where I live at, Katie Wervis Towers. We had a woman whose daughter has beaten a mother and a daughter with a hammer. She beat another man with a stick from the tree. She was threatening me, actually threatening me. She said, when my husband pushed for me to get in, she walks in and she tells me, I'm saying, you're not supposed to be in this building. You've been banned. Like she said, she's been banned 3 times. And this was in 2020. Now, it's 6 years. Now, allegedly, her mother has moved. But someone told me that they saw her last week outside of the building. I've been coming down all these years to try to explain to you what's happening where I live at. You would never understand if you don't live there, if you don't come there, if you make decisions that whenever you say that the police officer, the new policeman would come to every neighborhood and you make the decision that you want to put our neighborhood, the Hill, with Lawrenceville, which means we have to take 2 buses to get to Lawrenceville. But if you had put it right here in this building, in this chamber, 1 bus from Lawrenceville, 1 bus from the Hill. Why do we have to get 2? When we're in a building where there's a lot of handicap, a lot of wheelchairs, walkers, we even have a blind man in our building. I come down because the citizens, a lot of residents come to me and they'll say what's happening because they know I will speak out. And I speak out because the only way you know is someone has to tell you. You won't know what we're going through. You don't live in my neighborhood. And I come down here and I'm very disappointed in you and County Council, both of you. Recently, you have been looking at us, the citizens, when we speak, but usually it's on the phone or your computer or you're talking to each other or you get up and walk over and sit over there and talk on the phone. I've seen it all. And you know something, Mr. Charlton? I didn't know that you worked with Bruce Krause. And when they said it, who you were and who you worked with, I see why you've never spoken to me. Never. You walk past. And you know what? That's what I look at. Why do you think that you can't speak to people? Why can't you open your mouth?
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Good morning. The missing child, Cerise Taylor, Special Agent Sunshine, still alive. Hallelujah. Still here, standing on God's promise. You will reap everything that you sow. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you. Next speaker, please. Are there any further speakers? There being no further speakers, we will move on to our standing committee's agenda. And our first committee is the Finance and Law Committee. We have supplemental new papers, Bill 730.
Resolution amending Resolution 124 of 2023, which authorized the mayor and director of the Office of Management and Budget to enter into an agreement or agreements with Compass Natural Gas for professional services relating to the leasing and maintenance of a mobile CNG fueling station by extending the term through September 30th, 2026, and not to exceed amount by $126,000 for a new cost not to exceed $882,000.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of Bill 730, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Affirmative recommendation. New papers, Bill 705.
Resolution further amending Resolution 797 of 2017, effective December 28, 2017, as amended, entitled Resolution Adopting and Approving the 2018 Capital Budget and the 2018 Community Development Block Grant Program and the 2018 through 2023 Capital Improvement Program by reducing swimming pool maintenance by $52,854.68 and increasing play area improvements by $52,854.68.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of Bill 705, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Affirmative recommendation. Bill 706.
Resolution authorizing the issuance of a warrant in favor of Comer Miller LLC for expert legal services for litigation filed in the United States District Court for the Western District of Pennsylvania for an amount not to exceed $20,197.71 over 1 year.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of Bill 706, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Affirmative recommendation. Bill 707.
Resolution authorizing the issuance of a warrant in favor of Medico Legal, Inc. for expert witness services in connection with the litigation matter filed in the Allegheny County Court of Common Pleas for an amount not to exceed $6,200 over 1 year.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of Bill 707, please say aye.
Aye.
Affirmative recommendation. That moves us to invoices. Is there a motion on invoices?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion?
Yeah.
Councilmember Warwick.
Just a quick question on the NFL draft. It looks like they're mostly EMS costs. Are those reimbursed? I know we got a grant. I was just curious, just sort of more generally around the costs
I'll
of the
ask
draft.
our budget director to come to
Yeah.
the table. I believe that those are eligible for reimbursement up to the amount, the $2 million that we received, so as long as it didn't exceed that amount. But Budget Director Walmsley can fill us in.
Hi, Kirsten Walmsley, Council Budget Director. So these are part of EMS's normal invoices that come through their trust fund. So typically how it works is that the organizer of the event invoices our EMS completely, and then they have to cut checks to the outside providers that sometimes have to assist us with coverage. So this is just kind of their share of those amounts. I would assume that if it is something that the city has to cover up front, it is probably part of that, the money that we can get reimbursed. But I can verify that with OMB as well.
Okay. Yeah, I just sort of generally, it would just be interesting to have, and I know that's more of the realm of the controller's office, but, eventually kind of a breakdown of what we paid. I know we did get $2 million. We gave $1 million to Visit Pittsburgh, like what everyone's contribution was and what that cost breakdown for the city looks like. I know we have another event coming up, when the Olympics come around, not nearly as big an event, but I don't know. I think it's sort of, it's interesting. It's one of those things which I've never been to, but one of these like conferences of cities, to kind of hear from cities about, there's always this hype of like, these large, whether it's sporting events or whatever, often sporting event, like sports related, right? Whether international, national, whatever, of like coming to cities, and the city is lucky to get the event, and sometimes it feels like it's kind of marketed that way, like we're lucky to get the event, when it's actually like, well, almost like a way to get sort of like a good deal on a place, on a venue, right? Like if you were thinking of like throwing a wedding, you wouldn't say to the venue like, well, you're just lucky to have me coming to your event space to have my wedding. No, it's the event space saying, this is what we charge if you want to have a large scale event here. And it would be interesting at some point just to hear from other cities, like what their experiences were in terms of like, you know, was there actually all the economic boost promised, and was it worthwhile? Or, you know, as cities around the country or around the world, like, should we maybe get together and say, you know what, like, we're going to start collectively agreeing to actually say it's actually your privilege to come to our city, and you are going to pay more to come if you want to come to our city. But of course that would take all cities kind of coming together to do something like that. So anyway, just some thoughts. Thanks.
Thank you. We'll certainly work to get some clarification from, I know controllers collecting all the information that their office can on the draft.
Yeah, I think Acting Director Price was also compiling things, because I think she's the one that's in charge of the reimbursement through Visit Pittsburgh. So I think she is also compiling and working with departments to make sure we have all of that information.
So we'll get the full list of sort of money in, money out, where we ended up after the contribution from the state, and, you know, I think maybe a further discussion around the table more holistically on the draft would be well served for everybody. Absolutely. Any further discussion on invoices? Seeing none, all in favor of invoices, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Invoices, any abstentions? Any no's? Invoices are approved. Now we have interdepartmental transfers.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of transfers, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Transfers are approved. That moves us on to P cards. Is there a motion on P cards?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of P cards, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. P cards are approved. Thank you. That moves us to Public Works and Infrastructure Committee, chaired by Councilwoman Salinetro.
Bill 704, resolution authorizing the mayor and director of the Department of Mobility and Infrastructure to enter into a license and maintenance agreement for limited-term public art with Larmer Consensus Group, a nonprofit corporation having a mailing address at 200 Larmer Avenue, and the City of Pittsburgh, a municipal corporation of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, having a mailing address of City County Building, 414 Grant Street.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of Bill 704, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Affirmative recommendation. That moves us to Land Use and Economic Development Committee, chaired by Councilman Wilson.
Bill 513, ordinance amending the Pittsburgh Code, Title 9, Zoning Code, Article 1, Introduction and Establishment, Section 902.03, Zoning Map, to rezone parcels 125G13, 125G14, 125G15 from residential single unit detached low density to urban industrial in the Homewood West neighborhood.
Motion to approve. Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of Bill 513, please say aye.
Aye.
Affirmative recommendation. Bill 518.
Ordinance establishing an East Carson Street Improvement District for the area shown on Exhibit A at the behest of the East Carson Street Business District Advisory Committee. Property owners and business owners to be benefited with specific improvements to be undertaken, including but not limited to financing of said improvements, method of assessing specific properties to be benefited, establishing a Neighborhood Improvement District Management Association to conduct administrative procedures for the Neighborhood Improvement District, and providing for the establishment of a separate account for deposit and withdrawal of project funds and providing the cost thereof.
Motion to hold 1 week. Second.
Discussion? Seeing none. All in favor of a one-week hold on Bill 518, please say aye.
Aye.
Affirmative, bill will be held. New papers, Bill 714.
Ordinance amending and supplementing the Pittsburgh Code of Ordinances, Title 9, Zoning Code, Article 5, Use Regulations, Chapter 911, Primary Uses, Section 91104, Use Standards, Subsection A, 41B6, Multi-Suite Residential in the UCE District is hereby amended to add a new subsection, A41B6C.
Motion to hold 1 week.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of a one-week hold for Bill 714, please say aye.
Aye.
Bill will be held. That moves us to Innovation, Performance, Asset Management, and Technology Committee, chaired by Councilwoman Gross.
Bill 700, Resolution authorizing an interdepartmental transfer in the amount of $76,601.25 from Computer Maintenance, Bureau of Police to Computer Maintenance, Department of Innovation and Performance, and authorizing an interdepartmental transfer in the amount of $1,080 from Computer Maintenance, Department of Finance to Computer Maintenance, Department of Innovation and Performance, to consolidate remaining police and finance funding in the contract under IMP software maintenance associated with the B3 developed police and finance applications, retirement and migration to new modern solutions through June 2027.
Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of Bill 700, please say aye.
Aye.
Affirmative recommendation. That moves us to Intergovernmental and Educational Affairs Committee, chaired by Councilman Mosley.
Bill 701, Resolution authorizing the Pittsburgh Land Bank to acquire all the city's right, title, and interest, if any, and into the publicly owned properties in the 13th Ward, City of Pittsburgh, designated in the Deed Registry Office of Allegheny County as Block 174P, Lot 284, 0 Kelly Street, Council District 9, at no cost to the city.
Approve.
Second.
Discussion? Councilmember Warwick.
Just because the councilman isn't here, does anyone know if he's good with these?
I don't know.
I believe he's staying on top of this and is supportive, because the only thing I know is that we will have to hold 703 for a week for amendment by substitution. So that leads me to believe he's kind of apprised on all of these and is on it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Any further discussion? All in favor of Bill 701, please say aye.
Aye.
Affirmative recommendation. Bill 702.
Resolution authorizing the Pittsburgh Land Bank to acquire all the city's right, title, and interest, if any, and into the publicly owned properties, 12th Ward, City of Pittsburgh, designated in the Deed Registry Office of Allegheny County as Block 125B, Lot 274, 0 Lincoln Avenue, Council District 9, at no cost to the city.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of Bill 702, please say aye. Aye. Affirmative recommendation. Bill 703.
Resolution authorizing the Pittsburgh Land Bank to acquire all the city's right, title, and interest, if any, and into the publicly owned properties in the 12th Ward, City of Pittsburgh, designated in the Deed Registry Office of Allegheny County as Block 125A, Lot 375, 169 Auburn Street, Council District 9, at no cost to the city.
Motion to hold 1 week.
Second.
Discussion? Just say, this is, as I mentioned, there is a need for amendment by substitution, and with the councilman for the district and for the committee out today, we wanted to hold it for a week so that can happen. So all in favor of a 1 week hold for Bill 703, please say aye.
Aye.
Bill will be held 1 week. That exhausts our standing committee's agenda. We do have meeting announcements. Next week, council will hold their regular and standing committees meeting on Tuesday, July 21st and Wednesday, July 22nd, respectively, both at 10 a.m. Speaker registration will close at 9 a.m. Tuesday and Wednesday mornings. To register to speak at any of these meetings, please complete the sign-up form on the council meeting webpage or contact the clerk's office at 412-255-2138 by the applicable registration deadline. Is there anything from members? Seeing none, I'll take a motion to excuse the absent members, approve the minutes, and adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned.